Welcome to Chat Plat with Dr. Naaman and Dr. White at Chattahoochee Plastic Surgery, located at 2430 Brookstone Center Parkway in Columbus, Georgia. Walking into a plastic surgery office can be intimidating, often making one nervous about the prospect of having surgery. To provide their patients with the utmost comfort and care, Dr. Naaman and Dr. White at Chattahoochee Plastic Surgery specialize in cosmetic and reconstructive surgery. Their goals are to have their patients feel comfortable and at peace from the moment they arrive at the office. The layout and decor have been chosen with you, the patient, in mind, creating what they hope is a warm and inviting atmosphere. As education is the main focus of an initial consultation, they use media and technology as a complement to their staff in providing the information needed to make a decision about the procedures in which you are interested in. The Surgery Center, also known as Brookstone Ambulatory Surgery Center, and the spa known as Naaman Spa, are adjoined to our building for your convenience. Chattahoochee Plastic Surgery is located at 2430 Brookstone Center in Columbus, Georgia. We are at Chattahoochee Plastic Surgery in Columbus, Georgia, and to my left is the world famous, and I mean world famous, Dr. Naaman. How you doing, Dr. Naaman?
Doing very well.
Good to see you. And then we've got Dr. White right here.
Yep.
Good to see you. Nice to meet you. We'll talk with you in just a moment. And so you've got an awesome practice going on here, man. I can't do an online search without having your name pop up somewhere.
Well, I appreciate it.
You know, and it's not like, illegal stuff. It's all good stuff.
There you go.
5 stars everywhere you go. Now, tell me about how you got started in the plastic surgery business. What made you want to do this?
Sure. It started back when I was in medical school, which we're looking now in the early 80s. I was exposed to the types of things that plastic surgeons do, the type of ways they can help people. It seemed like really cool stuff, moving body parts around, microsurgery, burns, resurfacing, etc. And the training was rigorous, but also seemed very interesting, going through general surgery and then going through plastic training. And I just set my sights on it, and it's a long road, as Dr. White would remember as well as anybody. It's a long road, but that ended for me, the training ended in 1995, when I came here to Columbus, Georgia, and we've been here ever since.
And you've been doing this for how long?
So now it's the 22nd year.
22nd year, man, that is a long time. Now, what made you want to get into doing this?
Well, very similar actually. I did general surgery first at Howard, and then I went and did plastic surgery. So during my general surgery training, I found that I just really like plastic surgery. Similar to what Dr. Naaman said, I really like to kind of rebuild things, so that was really cool. So once I got exposure, I was hooked.
So did you have like Legos and stuff when you were a kid? Lincoln Logs and stuff?
No, but I was quite a tomboy, so I played a lot of video games. I think that's actually kind of what attracted me to general surgery. You got to work with your hands a lot and stuff like that. So,
what's your favorite procedure that you do?
Probably now breast augmentation.
So how long have you been doing this?
8 years.
8 years? And then you finally found your way to Chattahoochee Plastic Surgery.
That's right.
I remember I was here for the big homecoming and the big welcoming party and whatnot. So that's awesome. Now, what's your favorite procedure? Out of all the ones you do, what is the best one and favorite one?
That's a really difficult question, because it's always the procedure that I'm about to do. I mean, when I'm getting ready to do an operation, I get so laser focused into that procedure, I almost forget that there's anything else, in my repertoire. So
wow.
It really varies, but it's always that one I'm getting ready to do.
Now, what is the most requested procedure that you two get?
We do a very large amount of breast reduction surgery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Breast reduction surgery has a dual benefit, because it not only makes your breast more attractive, but it also relieves neck, back, and shoulder pain, shoulder grooves, and those types of problems.
Right.
So the nice thing is that it is covered by insurance, which means I can offer this operation to a broader spectrum of potential patients, because it's not just people who can afford it, but people who have insurance that will pay for this operation.
Gotcha. I got you. Now, my wife actually you took care of her for her. She had large breasts and was having back problems constantly. And I said, look, you got to go see Dr. Naaman. I'm telling you, he's going to take care of you. No, she kept putting it off. And I'm telling you, she is like a completely different person now. I mean, her personality's changed, and she's excited, and I'm excited, and everybody's excited. Everybody's happy when you get breast augmentation.
That's what you like about plastic surgery. It makes people happy.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Because you make people feel good about themselves.
That's our goal.
Now, tell me about the Brazilian butt lift that you guys do. Now, I had a question where someone asked me that. Do you use the fat from your body to build that up? And if how does that work?
That's exactly what you do. So we do liposuction. We can do that in various areas, usually the inner thigh, maybe the tummy. And then we take that fat, we process it, and then we put it into the buttock area.
Okay, how long does a healing time do on that, you think, on an average? I know everybody's different, but...
Right. Well, the recovery time is about 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, all right, 4 to 6 weeks. Now, you have got tons of other things you do. You got a spa here?
We do. We had a spa. We call it Naman Spa.
Nama spa, imagine that.
Yeah, I don't know where we got that idea from. Anyway, we got a spa. We got lots of non-invasive type treatments, things like facials and laser peels and those kinds of things. And we also do our injectable treatments there as well.
Like your Botox parties.
Botox and fillers.
Okay, excellent.
Things of that nature.
Perfect. And how many people do you have on your staff to make sure that everybody's taken care of?
I think we're up to about 10 or 12 people now.
Right. And you have a physician's assistant.
We got a physician's assistant, of course, the 2 doctors. We have 2 nurses as well. We have an esthetician. We have a medical assistant. We have a scrub tech, because we do have a full ambulatory surgery center that works out of this side as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, I'm trying to think of what else would be cool to ask you about. Let's see. Well, you've got, okay, I know we can talk about it. You've got a new product out.
We do.
Brand new product. I saw it on your billboards, and it's non-invasive.
It's non-invasive. I think we're the first people in Columbus to have this.
Yeah.
Right.
The only. It's called Thermi, Thermi, which refers to the modality of treatment. It's treatment based on heat.
Okay.
And the heat is produced by the use of radio frequency energy.
All right. So basically, this is a rejuvenation for a woman who has had, children and doesn't feel good about herself, or she's got some other kind of constant issues where she, may have something going on. Correct me if I'm not correct here.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
there
Dr.
are different types of Thermi, but the one you're referring to is probably the Thermi, which is one of our more popular treatments. And you're right, it's for women who have problems with incontinence. It can also improve sensitivity. And so we do see it in a lot of women who have had multiple children and things of that nature. It can also improve the outer appearance. So a lot of women have that concern as well.
And we see it also for women who are going through menopause, or for many of our patients who've had breast cancer and can no longer produce or take estrogen because of their condition. And that leads to dryness in that area. And this treatment is not going to affect their cancer and can improve the moisture in that area and improve their function.
And that's a very popular procedure right now, I've noticed. I've even seen it on reality television shows, like the Chrisleys on the USA Network. Believe it or not, I just happened to watch that, or I was watching it, and I was like, did she just say rejuvenation? Mm-hmm. And so I stopped and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Because you never really heard about it until, you actually hear other people talk about it. So it's an amazing opportunity for women to feel really good about themselves.
That's right. And the important thing is, like you say, seeing it in the media, seeing it, in other educational forums, billboards, even advertisement, because the suffering has been there, but there just hasn't been a channel for somebody to come in and talk about it. So they may feel embarrassed or nothing you could do about it, so why bother talk about it? And now, thankfully, it's something that people can address and help.
Now, how long does that procedure take?
It takes about anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
There's no downtime. You can go back to all your normal activity right after. So that's also.
So you just come in from lunch, have your procedure, and go back, and nothing's wrong, right?
Right.
So it's like like having dinner somewhere.
That's right.
Probably actually faster, better service.
That's right.
That's right. Now both of you guys perform that. Do you do it together? Do you do it separately?
Dr. White is doing the majority of that. Of course, having that female touch, I think, is very important for our patients.
All right, and cool. Now, there's another thing I heard. I heard a study on the radio the other day, and it was telling me, or they were telling me that, with the superheroes coming out in the movies now, the men as the superheroes have these chiseled bodies. And so men now are having the insecuritiness of having, the same thing that women all this time have had. Right. Are you seeing that, some of that right now?
Yeah, we've seen a constant increase in men coming in for procedures. Many of them, their wives have come 2 or 3 times, and now they're thinking, hey, what can I do now? My wife's getting younger and younger. I'm just getting older. So we do a lot of things. Liposuction is very popular with men, like you saw with the midsection, where we tend to collect a lot of our extra weight. Some men are even getting, facelifts, and eyelid surgery is very popular. So, we're seeing quite a lot of that as well.
Wow, that is just, it's amazing now, because now it's becoming like a couple kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, so, baby, you go in and get your rejuvenation, and I'll go ahead and go get my pecs done real quick.
There you go.
So, both of y'all could be out in 45 minutes, so both looking good. It's like creating a brand new person or whatever. So, those are some of the amazing things that's going on here at Chattahoochee Plastic. Now, I'm really excited about, things you got coming up in the future. Anything you want to reveal that that you're working on?
Let's see.
That you're not currently doing?
Well, there are some things now. We mentioned about the Thermiva. Now, this radio frequency device can also be used for other areas.
I got you.
So one of the exciting things on the horizon is something we call Thermi-Dry. So for constant perspiring. And I'm talking, some people just sit in a cold room and just drip sweat down their side from constant.
Now, what causes that?
It's a condition called hyperhidrosis, which just seems to be, like picking the bad car out of a deck. I mean, you were dealt that hand, and you're going to be just pouring out the sweat. Up till then, there's different types of antiperspirants, including prescription-strength antiperspirants. You can put shields on. We can use Botox, which can end up being very expensive and have to be repeated every few months. But now with this Thermi-Dry, we can use the radio frequency energy to attenuate or kill some of those sweat-producing glands, so that you can now have dry armpits for, it looks like up to 18 months.
So you never have to put deodorant on?
I mean, well, for one thing, if you did, it would work.
Yeah, you may still.
Yeah, you still want to put it on. But I mean, these people, they put it on, they just sweat right through it.
I mean, that's crazy. And what else you got coming up? Anything?
Again, using that same technology, we're using the Thermi-Smooth and Thermi-Tight methods to help smooth out lines, tighten up the skin. We're getting a lot of folks who are getting a much more improved neckline, where we ordinarily would use like a facelift or a neck lift surgery. We're getting those similar kind of results just using the minimally invasive Thermi-Tight procedure, again with this radio frequency. So all those things are
Now you've also I've had a friend of mine that said that they came in here and had something a procedure done where they had some of their ear torn off, and you took it and fixed it and made it just like it was nothing had ever happened. Do you get those kind of things all the time, or?
We get a fair number of traumas, like the Whites had a few recently.
Yeah, a lot of people forget about the reconstructive part of plastic surgery, but yeah, we do get cases like that.
So what is the weirdest thing that you've had in plastic surgery, or in this in your 6 years or so of doing this?
I'm not sure. I have to really think about that. I'm not sure.
Well, I'll come back to you. What's the weirdest thing that you have?
Well, I worked with a neurosurgeon here in town, Dr. Gorham, who was doing mission work in Liberia. And while he was there, he met a young girl, probably preteen years, who had something called an encephalocele. So if you can't imagine what that is, it's like the brain is trying to come out from between the eyes, right over the nose. So here her eyes are spread out like this, and this big mass is coming out, destroying all the bones in that area and just bulging out her face. And of course, she can't wear glasses, she can't hide it, she's, ridiculed amongst her friends. And he arranged to have her brought to America to have this problem fixed. And this was something I hadn't seen since I was a resident, and even then hadn't seen one quite this developed. And it was a big surgery we took on together, he and I working together. I had to bring her eye sockets in and bolt and screw it back in place. And the results were amazing, and her personality had completely changed. And she was able to go home and enjoy her childhood in her home Liberia.
Have you seen her since then?
They've sent pictures. The agency that helped to get her over here would share those pictures with us. But
wow,
she's doing really well.
That is amazing. Did you think of yours yet?
Well, I saw a gentleman with a case, it's called a pilon cyst, and they occur in the scalp. This gentleman had multiple cysts. I mean, if you can imagine, he's walking around with these cysts that can get up to the size of like a tennis ball, maybe even larger. Multiple ones on his scalp, so we were able to remove those for him.
Wow. And have you seen that patient since then?
I have. He's doing well.
Wow. You don't have any more problems though, right?
No.
Has he referred more people to you?
Yeah, that was the case I actually did in my training.
Oh, so that was part of the deal. Like, okay, now I'll do this for you, but you got to make sure I get referred all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thank you guys. I know you guys are busy. I'm costing you money right now. So, and the boss, we know who the boss is. It's none of the three of us, by no means. So we don't want to keep her holding up anymore. But thank you for letting me come by and talk to you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll catch you later on. Chattahoochee Plastic Surgery offers more than just plastic surgery. They also have an in-house spa titled Nama Spa. And here are some of the products that they offer.
Hey, I'm Dr. Vince Naiman, a board-certified plastic surgeon. I'm going to answer some questions about plastic surgery for us today. Here's a question. How many revisions to my breast surgery can I have before the scar tissue becomes too much of an issue or too risky to cut through? Generally speaking, revisional breast surgery can be done using the scars you already have. The benefit being that you're not adding new scars to the patient in doing these revisions. However, those scars can become difficult to work through, whether it becomes thick or oftentimes it can become very thin. Oftentimes the scar can become retracted or pulled in. In those cases, we usually will try a new area to make a decision. So even though you're having more scars, it's better than taking the risk of operating on a scar too many times. So it does become an issue in some patients where we have to use a brand new site to do revisional breast surgery. But the final result would have been worth it in most cases. Hey, I'm Dr. Vince Naiman, a board-certified plastic surgeon. I'm going to answer some questions about plastic surgery for us today. Do you approach a rhinoplasty differently with each ethnicity? A rhinoplasty is surgery to change the appearance of the nose. So each person is going to come with a different nose to start with and a different sense of what a nose should look like. And a lot of times it has to do with their ethnicity. So it's important for me to talk to a patient and understand, are they trying to change their basic structure of their nose or just trying to improve the nose they already have? So we look at pictures to give us a good idea about what their goals are and what we can do to help them to achieve it. So that would be different for an Asian nose, for a Caucasian, for blacks, even for someone who's of Greek descent may have a whole different nose than somebody from lower Europe. So all of that is taken into consideration in planning for a rhinoplasty or nose surgery. Hey, I'm Dr. Vince Naiman, a board-certified plastic surgeon. I'm going to answer some questions about plastic surgery for us today. Here's a question. How do I calm my nerves the day before my surgery? Well, oftentimes patients will ask their surgeons if they can be given a prescription, maybe Xanax to take the night before surgery to calm their nerves. I personally believe in more natural ways of calming yourself, making sure you eat a good meal, stay away from alcohol, get plenty of rest the night before surgery, call a good friend, or talk to your office the day before surgery. Maybe ask some final questions to give yourself a sense of peace. So all of these can be helpful to prepare yourself for the big day. Hey, I'm Dr. Vince Naiman, a board-certified plastic surgeon. I'm going to answer some questions about plastic surgery for us today. Can I get a procedure to strictly decrease my areola size? Trying to decrease areola size is a form of a mastopexy. It's like a breast lift, but just by reducing the areola. It's uncommon, but we oftentimes will do it. It can be done with just a scar around the areola, and oftentimes it can be done with a scar on the areola and a vertical scar beneath it, what we call a lollipop incision. So all mastopexies will reduce the areola if it's needed, and if all you need is the areola reduction, that can be done as well as a modification of a breast lift. Hey, I'm Dr. Vince Naiman, a board-certified plastic surgeon. I'm going to answer some questions about plastic surgery for us today. Can I get a procedure to strictly decrease my areola size? Trying to decrease areola size is a form of a mastopexy. It's like a breast lift, but just by reducing the areola. It's uncommon, but we oftentimes will do it. It can be done with just a scar around the areola, and oftentimes it can be done with a scar on the areola and a vertical scar beneath it, what we call a lollipop incision. So all mastopexies will reduce the areola if it's needed, and if all you need is the areola reduction, that can be done as well as a modification of a breast lift.
Chattahoochee Plastic Surgery is proud to offer the brand new product titled Thermiva. Here are patient testimonials and more details on how Thermiva can help you feel better than ever.
My name is Cindy. I'm 44 years old. After having my first child, I realized that things were different. I had a difficult delivery, and I had 2 surgeries post my first child. So I thought that that was the way it was going to be.
My name is Jeanette, and I have 3 children. All my 3 children were vaginal delivery. With the last one, that's the one that created me more problems because my bladder dropped after delivering him, and also I got saggy because that big delivery.
I found out about Thermiva through a conversation with some friends. They were discussing everything that it included, all the benefits, and I became very interested. It perked my interest quickly, realizing then that there was another option outside of surgery was very exciting.
You know that you have the problem and you want to fix it, but you don't know how to fix it.
I mean, I really didn't expect that it was going to work that quickly and no downtime, and it did. I was like, this is incredible.
I honestly say that thanks to Thermiva, I regained a confidence.
I'm Red Allenside. I'm a urogynecologist here in Laguna Beach, California. Thermiva treatments are radiofrequency treatments using this tiny little thing, barely the size of my finger, skinnier than my finger, that's able to reach in the nooks and crannies of the labia and inside the vagina in a really comfortable manner so that you can place radiofrequency heat into tissues that will immediately shrink tissues and over time encourage more shrinkage of tissue and production of new collagen.
In addition to the tightening effects, we're getting basically regeneration of the nervous tissue in and around the vagina, which is why it's helping with people that experience overactive bladder, urgency, frequency, all those things.
This device, Thermiva, it produces a gentle heat to treat the external labial structures and produces heat also for treatment deep inside the vagina. It's a warm, comfortable heat that's temperature controlled. You can set this little device to a certain temperature, let's say 40 degrees, 42 degrees Celsius, that we know will shrink tissues and change the structure of the tissues so you can get results for incontinence, for vaginal tightening, for improved moisture that'll last you 9 months to a year. It's a remarkable little device. I love Thermiva. It's changed my practice. It's helped me help my patients. I mean, I couldn't offer these things to my patients in the past, and now I have something to offer them.
I think with Thermiva, it's addressing some things that really you've never been able to really make a huge impact on. What I've seen in patients is that the patients have really sincerely had life-changing experiences.
I feel so empowered, so excited, so different, and youthful, inside and out.
This is going to bring so many improvements in the life of so many women. I am totally positive about Termiva. They are going to be very happy about Termiva.
Hello, I'm Dr. White at Chattahoochee Plastic Surgery. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about hand surgery. A lot of people don't know that plastic surgeons also do hand surgery, but many of us do. Some of the common hand procedures that I do include ganglion cyst, carpal tunnel, trigger finger, as well as some other general hand surgeries. We do most of our surgeries right here at our office, so come on in and see us. A common question that I get is when to do the reconstruction, and there are different options. So we can do the reconstruction right away, meaning that you go into surgery, they do a mastectomy, and we put in usually a tissue expander. Sometimes we can go directly to implant, but you come out of surgery with something there. You can also do it delayed, which is you do the mastectomy. Let's say you do need radiation or chemotherapy, you can go and get those necessary treatments, and then you can still come in and see us and we can build you a breast. Usually in that case we have to use your own body's tissue. A lot of patients don't know that breast reconstruction surgeries are covered by insurance, even months and years out. So even if you decided that you wanted to just have your mastectomies and come and get breast reconstruction surgery 6 months later, a year later, at this point with the way things are with insurance, that is still possible. So that's really important. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. White here at Chattahoochee Plastic Surgery. I get asked a lot about my perspective on being a female plastic surgeon versus a male. And I will say this somewhat different. Obviously being a female, I know particularly about female anatomy from a personal standpoint. So I do get a lot of patients that will ask me questions that they may not feel comfortable asking a male plastic surgeon. For example, especially my breast reduction patients, particularly when we get younger patients that may come in, they're a little bit more shy. They may not want to show their breast to a male per se. So I find that those patients in particular are very happy to have a female plastic surgeon. Also, recently we've got new technology, the Termiva, which is really popular. It helps with vaginal dryness, it can help with sensitivity and help increase orgasms. So we're really excited about that. But again, I get a lot of patients who may not necessarily want to talk about that area with a male plastic surgeon. So it's really good that I'm a female plastic surgeon because we can have those intimate conversations.
Chat Plat with Dr. Naaman and Dr. White at Chattahoochee Plastic Surgery, located at 2430 Brookstone Center Parkway in Columbus, Georgia. Walking into a plastic surgery office can be intimidating, often making one nervous about the prospect of having surgery. To provide their patients with the utmost comfort and care, Dr. Naaman and Dr. White at Chattahoochee Plastic Surgery specialize in cosmetic and reconstructive surgery. Their goals are to have their patients feel comfortable and at peace from the moment they arrive at the office. The layout and decor have been chosen with you, the patient, in mind, creating what they hope is a warm and inviting atmosphere. As education is the main focus of an initial consultation, they use media and technology as a complement to their staff and providing the information needed to make a decision about the procedures in which you are interested in. The Surgery Center, also known as Brookstone Ambulatory Surgery Center, and the spa known as Naaman Spa are adjoined to our building for your convenience. Chattahoochee Plastic Surgery is located at 2430 Brookstone Center in Columbus, Georgia.